Hi there, gorgeous, and a very happy first day of drugstore December to you. If you have not heard, every video coming out this entire month is drugstore themed. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are drugstore December, and Tuesdays and Thursdays are dupe it December. So that's 5 videos a week, all drugstore themed, all month long. If you'd like to be notified of new videos like this one in the future, please subscribe, and thank you in advance if you do. Today I'm sharing a 10 under $10 makeup tutorial with you to help awaken a tired face, because you know I am so sleep deprived at this point. I need a new definition for that. And there are some days I wake up, I scare myself. I mean, I'm like, I need a little bit of something. So there are some tips and tricks that I employ also to help bring some life to my face, which I will share here with you today. So whether you're sleep deprived or you just want to look more awake, whatever the case may be, I hope that you'll find this helpful. I do already have an eyeshadow primer applied on my eyes. It's not one of the 10 products I'm showing you here today, but it's the Revlon eyeshadow primer, for those who are curious. The first product that I am using is from Wet n Wild. This is one of their liquid catsuit cream eyeshadows, and the shade that I'm using here is Off the Grind. And when I am tired and I want to pick me up, the easiest thing are cream eyeshadows. And they're also very forgiving, especially if you're anything like me. When you're tired and you just want to sleep, the last thing that you do actually is take care of your skin. So yeah, my skin tends to suffer during those times, and cream eyeshadows, cream products in general, are really great at disguising the fact that you may not be taking care of your skin as you normally would. I chose this shade because it is cooler toned. Usually when I'm tired, red-based, orange-based eyeshadows are typically ones that I will stay away from, simply because they will emphasize the fact that I am so tired. And that's why I love this shade, is because it's like your skin tone but better. It minimizes the veins around the eyes, and it gives you a bit more of a wide-eyed look, and you can already see what it's doing there. I'm blending this around the eye, and I'm going to take a separate brush here and let it dry for a second, and then I'll blend the edges. Taking some of my Wet n Wild Brulee eyeshadow, which is gone, but I do have backups. I'm using the tiniest amount of that to blend over the edges of that cream eyeshadow. And so you can see from this eye to this eye what it looks like. It's not loud, it doesn't scream that I'm wearing makeup, and it's really great if you want a no makeup kind of look, because it is so subtle on the eyes. What's interesting about this eyeshadow color in particular is that when I swatch it on the back of my hand, it looks like a gray purple, but then when I get it on my eyes, it tends to lean more neutral. For the brows, I'm using Revlon's Brow Creator, and this is in the shade Soft Brown. Brows are so important, especially when you're really tired, because it helps to frame your face and really open up your eyes. And I have been loving this brow pencil over the past year. It's been such a fabulous product that I keep going back to because I love the color and the quality. I mean, it glides right on, as you can see here. It's very easy to blend in. You can also alter your brow shape a tiny bit to help waken up your face. If you want to add more of a point to the arch, this will really help to emphasize the eyes and draw them up. So keep that in mind. That's something that you can do. And I will go ahead and add that small point right there so you can see what I'm talking about. It just adds a little bit of lift to the eyes. A little bit of trickery. One of the other things you can do to help awaken the eyes, which I'm sure you've heard many times over, is to add a nude eyeliner on the waterline. You can also use a light blue, because blue will help to counteract any redness that you may have in your eyes. So keep that in mind if you want something a little bit different. I'm using a nude eyeliner from the LA Girl line. This is their Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Liner, and this is in the shade Super Bright. And I'm not exactly rimming the entire waterline. I am more or less doing like Morse code to add a little bit, but not saturate it. I'm curling my lashes, also another very important step. If you need to, put your eyelash curler underneath the blow dryer for a few seconds to heat it up, and it will curl your lashes very similarly to how a curling iron curls your hair, and it'll help to hold that curl. Using a waterproof mascara is key for keeping the curl all day long. The one that I'm using here is from Essence. It's their I Love Extreme waterproof formula. And the reason that I say you want to use a waterproof mascara is because it has wax in the formula, and that's what holds the curl in your lashes throughout the day. And this is a really great one at a very inexpensive price. One thing you can also do is layer your mascaras. I would recommend applying your waterproof formula first so that it holds the curl, and then add a lengthening or more volumizing mascara after that, and it will really help to open the eyes even further. For the face, I'm going to keep things light there too, beginning with a BB cream. I'm using one from e.l.f. I discovered this one this past year. I absolutely love it. This is in the shade Fair, by the way. You really don't need much because it's such a richly pigmented BB cream. Surprisingly, it's really, really good. And it lasts all day too. It's one of the few BB creams that I've tested this past year that withstands everything. Oily skin, heat, sweat, all of that. It's one that I compared to the NARS tinted moisturizer, I believe it was, and it is an exact dupe for that one. But what a cost savings with this stuff. And what I like about it is that it gives you soft, even coverage, but it doesn't look like a mask. It still looks like your skin. And when I'm tired and I really look haggard, I mean, I have my days, I do. I want something that's not going to look like a mask. I still want my skin to look like skin, but a little bit more improved. And this is a wonderful product for doing just that. To conceal the eye bags, because they get very real. One of my most favorite products to use to conceal dark purple under eye circles is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. And the shade that I use is Light Peach, just for reference. It's a very pigmented concealer, extremely. So a very small amount goes a long way. Watch, I'm telling you, you don't need much of this stuff. If you apply too much, then it can start to settle into fine lines and really make you look tired. So always make sure that when you're applying your concealer, you're using a very small amount. I mean, you can always build it. Just remember that. You can add, but it's a lot harder to subtract. And the smaller amount that you use, the better it will wear over the day also. And that's what you want. And I use my finger to blend it in, to get into all the cracks and crevices. And that really does help to extend the wear time also. And you can see how amazing this stuff is. It's wonderful stuff. Miracle product from this eye to this eye. It's brightened, it's concealed. Gorgeous results. This is also a really great concealer for covering up minor acne spots, which I just happen to have right now thanks to Mr. Ace. Yes, by the time you're watching this video, I will have already had my son, but I am recording a lot of these December videos in advance so that I can take some time off. And I love that I can say his name now, because you don't even know how many times I've almost slipped up in videos that I'm still filming right now for November. I've almost said his name a couple times and I had to be like, because we're not announcing the name, as you know, until he's born. Now I'm going to go back and add some more mascara to my lower lashes to help emphasize the eyes a bit more and make them appear wider. I am going to be adding a contour shade to my face in a few minutes here, simply because I need color in my face, especially when I'm really tired. It helps to liven up my skin a little bit more. But I first want to apply my blush. Because this is a cream product and I have not set my face with powder yet, so that's why I'm applying it right now. And this is from Flower Beauty. It's one of their blush bombs in the shade Nectar. Unfortunately, you do have to order these online because Flower is not in my local stores. I know when I talked about this, there were a lot of people who said the same thing, but then there were other people who said that they still had Flower Beauty near them. So just keep that in mind. If you go into Walmart or Ulta looking for them, you may not be able to find them anymore. But the way that I apply this product is I usually put a small amount on the back of my hand. I'll take a stippling brush. This is an old one from Makeup Geek. It just says angled stippling brush. And I pack a little bit onto the brush and then apply it onto the cheeks. You can also use your fingers. That works really well too. I go for a brush because it's a lot easier to distribute the product evenly onto the skin this way. And cream products, again, are excellent on tired skin simply because they will minimize any imperfections rather than pointing them out if you were to mattify the face with powder. And powder can look very drying on the skin too. I am going to set my face with a powder simply because if I don't, it's not good. It just doesn't work for me. So I'm using this one from Skinfood. This is their Peach Cotton Multi-Finish Powder. This is one I purchased on Amazon this past year. It won't make your skin look like cakey powder. It gives the skin a very beautiful light finish. And that's why I'm taking a very small amount of this and dusting it over that cream blush, because I don't want to pack it over the cream blush. When you do that, not only will it make that blush fade and disappear, but it can also take away some of the luminosity that you're getting from the blush. So if you need to set your face, just keep that in mind. As mentioned, for my contour shade, I'm going in with NYX's Matte Bronzer. This is in the shade Light. Beautiful shade against my skin tone especially. A very small amount of that. And I'm going to add that down the sides of the cheeks. This is the part where it gets a little more personal, and it's up to your own unique taste as to which way you want to go. Some people say that if you apply a really bright lipstick to the lips when you're tired, it'll help to detract from the fact that you are tired, because people are going to be looking at your lips, and it really helps to brighten up your face. So I'll show you a look using a bright lipstick. But for me personally, when we're talking about confidence level and what I would more than likely wear, I would stick with something that's more peachy nude. So I'll show you both looks so that you can see what they look like and the results that you get on the face. I think I'm going to go with this L'Oreal lipstick. It's from their Color Riche Shine line in the shade Laminated Fuchsia. And I like these because it's a sheer wash of color on the lips. It's not a pure pigment like a lip stain or a matte lipstick would give you. It's a beautiful color without being too much. It's almost like a lip balm with pigment in it. See what I mean? Very light. Pardon me. Very hydrating to the lips, but you can see the effect that it has. The eyes are very neutral, the face is neutral, but you're really drawn to my lips, and that does help to detract from everything that may be going on up here that's not so pretty. But I'll show you the other look that I would more than likely entertain also. I love the Colorsquad lipsticks that came out from JOAH this past year, and particularly the shade Yaaas was my favorite, and it is more of a nude pinky brown. It's gorgeous. I love this shade. And for a look like this, it's not one that I would slather on my lips. I am applying it lightly so I get a subtle wash of color. It's just enough. All of the products I used in today's video will be listed and linked for you below. They will be affiliate links, so if you click through, I'd like to say thank you in advance for helping to support this channel and our family. For more videos in Drugstore December, don't forget to subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.